Hello, beloved, and welcome to your reading. We're going to be diving deep into this reading to see the messages that the divine wants to give to you. As usual, it is always important to allow your intuition to be available as I'm doing your readings, because your intuition will elaborate on the messages that you're receiving so that this reading becomes powerful and personal. Remember to take what is resonating with you, leave behind anything that is not for you. Okay, so we're going to be working with our tarot cards and also our oracle cards. As I'm getting your cards for you, please comment in the comment section how you are feeling right now. Just drop an emoji, and then after the reading, drop an emoji and let me know how you're feeling after. It is always nice to get some feedback about your feelings and how you are processing the readings that I give to you. Okay, so we're going to just be getting our oracle cards and then we can get started. So far, what I can see is you have the energies of only one major arcana card of the Temperance card. So the divine is asking you to be balanced, to be centered, to become the alchemist of your life. Why? Because when we are working with the energies of the alchemist, as you can see, the Temperance or the alchemist, the Temperance is a number 5. The number 5 is all about chaos. The number 5 is about transformation. So the divine is saying to you that for some of you, it is very important to start taking a seat, to meditate, to communicate with your guides, with your ancestors, because in doing so, you're going to be able to receive the strength to mutate any hardships, any challenges that you're currently going through, and to mutate them into something that is more palatable and easier to handle. So your guides are coming in and saying to you, not only are you the alchemist of your life, remember that you have the assistance that you need. Whatever you are going through, your guides and your ancestors are saying that you are not alone. It is interesting that on the top of our cards, the top row, you have this energy of sitting down, of processing. You have these energies of mutating whatever it is that you are feeling emotionally and releasing that, because you are receiving the energies of the King of Cups. Opening up our reading, the King of Cups is that divine masculine energy that is very centered, that is very grounded, that receives any heavy dark energies and doesn't fall into flight or fight type of situation, but rather our king understands that it is important to sit down. It is important to process the emotions. It is important to gain clarity first before taking action. So there's very much that darkness that is here, where you are mutating this darkness, you're processing it, and then you're getting the clarity that you need. Equally, you have the darkness that is here, that you're processing and receiving the clarity that you need, okay? Because you are also having the energies of the Ten of Wands. As you can see, the Ten of Wands, our woman, she has packed her stuff and she's leaving a situation. She has now understood that she was putting a lot of time, a lot of effort into something that wasn't going to pay her back anything. She was wasting her time trying to plant her seeds of intentions in a barren land, in a wasteland. So at some point, she understood that her efforts were in vain. And now she's realized that when she's taking her magic wand, when she's taking her power with her, it doesn't matter where she's going. The winds of change are pushing her in the right direction. And again, the Ten of Wands is that reminder that you are not alone. The heavy burdens that you're carrying, your guides are there. They are able and willing to assist you to carry those heavy burdens. So whatever journeys that you are going to be going on, understand that you are not alone. You have a journey of victory that is on the cards, because this whole journey of going from one situation that is heavy and dense and going somewhere lighter is very much being highlighted. Why? We're seeing that we have the energies of the Ten of Wands, where you're exiting a situation. You also have an energy of the Eight of Cups, where you are walking away from a situation. So there's a highlight of this energy of walking away. But you're walking away with grace, with serenity. Why? Because you took the time to sit down with your emotions. You took the time to feel, to calculate whatever it is that you're currently going through. And you understood that it was time to make important moves. And as you're making those important moves, you are just feeling that lightness in your heart. And you are understanding that having the energies of the Six of Wands is here. The Six of Wands is all about you understanding that you have the power to fight for what you want, to fight for the future that you want. The Six of Wands is about that warrior that goes out to war and comes back home being celebrated, being vindicated. There's always a reminder with the energies of the Six of Wands to say, don't forget those who helped you along the way. And we certainly saw you here receiving some help. Okay, so don't forget your guides. When you've got to the other side, when you are being celebrated, when you are being recognized, don't forget to say thank you to your guides. Okay, and so drop a like for this reading, because it is always good to work with the YouTube algorithms and to show the interaction. Okay, so the divine is saying that as you're going on a journey, yes, becoming a warrior can be painful, but you've already done the difficult things. You have already experienced the challenges that are here. Okay, you have already seen that you were stuck in a barren situation. You were giving your time, your energy, and the returns that you were receiving were not worth it. And as you're walking away, as you're putting your armor on, as you're willing to fight for a new chapter, for a new beginning, there's a sense of you finally understanding that for some of you, you overstayed a situation for too long. You hoped, you prayed that a situation was going to get better and better, and it didn't get better. And at some point you realized that it was up to you to be proactive, to go in a new direction. There's a saying that says, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and hoping for a different result. So the divine is saying that you have been planting in a barren wasteland. You have been trying to manifest in a situation that wasn't going to give you the returns. And why? So there's a moment where you opened up your eyes and you realized that this place, it wasn't worth your time. It wasn't worth you putting your seeds of manifestations here. You had to go to a new land, and you had to fight for what was rightly yours. And then as you did that, now you're walking over to the energies of the Page of Cups. Is the Page of Coins. And the Page of Coins is all about you now having those challenges that you were experiencing. They are now far behind you. Can you see the mountains that you left behind? They are now far in a distance. And now you are in an energy where you are feeling full of gratitude, full of joy. There is just a spring in your step, because the pages have that energy, that youthful type of energy. So now as you're working with the element of the coins are pentacles, by the way, and the coins are all about your health. So your health is looking good. You have your guides again that are here. Remember, you have your guides that are guiding you along the way. And now your relationship is solid. And because your relationship is solid, your health is improving. Your wealth is improving. You are on a journey now that is all about you starting to see the results paying off. Like, look at you. Now there are flowers growing. This pasture is green. There are now changes. There are now movements. You're now starting to see that when you plant your seeds of intentions, they're actually growing into something that you can experience in your reality. So I really like that for you. So again, the divine is giving you the same story when it comes to our oracle cards. The same story, because the divine always realizes that people need to hear things in different ways so that the penny can drop. So that you can have that epiphany, that aha moment that inspires you to go on a journey of self-discovery, to go on a journey where now you're thankful that you are brave enough to start going in a new direction. Because sometimes we get stuck in our comfort zones. Sometimes we just feel that even if we are not happy in our comfort zones, at least we are familiar with the suffering. At least we are familiar with the territory. And the divine is saying that you are playing yourself short. Go on that journey, become that warrior, fight for a new beginning, fight for new lands, fight for the promised land. And as you do so, you're going to be seeing that your efforts are going to be paying off. And you are indeed going to be going on this journey that is here, that is going to be leading to this beautiful new chapter. And so our oracle cards are telling you the same thing. It now is time for you to let go. It is time for you to surrender. Okay, you have been working and working and working over a long period of time and hoping that things were going to change. But at some point you realized again, like I already been telling you, you are walking away because you realized that this wasn't worth your time. Okay, for some of you, you are just working hard, you're burning yourself out. And the divine is saying, what's the urgency? Let go of that urgency, because when you become the alchemist, you are now understanding how to work with time. You're now understanding that sometimes it is time to rest. Sometimes it is time to work. Sometimes it is time to play. Sometimes it is time to put your armor on and go to war. But you're understanding that when you're always stuck in that state of urgency, of rushing, of feeling that anxiety, no. The divine is saying that why? So again, it is important to ground your energies and to start communicating with your guides, because they are going to be helping you along the way. They're going to be helping you create your exit plan, because you're working way too hard. You have way too much on your plate that you can't even think clearly. For some of you, you're just going to be seeing that one moment, there is just that surrender that happens, and you just get up and you walk away, because you are finally realizing that your prosperity is not here. This is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? You have been a warrior for someone else. You're showing up for other people. Other people are making a lot of money from your time, from your talents. Other people are gaining a lot from what you bring to the table. And you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, because you're realizing that you are not being compensated. You're realizing that there is not an equal energy exchange that is happening, whether this is at work, whether this is at home, whatever situation that this is playing out in. And finally, you realize that, you know what, I give up. I did the best I could for this situation, and this situation is not changing anytime soon. You put on your armor, you go to war, and you come back home being victorious, being celebrated, because you're coming back home to this, to prosperity. For some of you, you're literally coming to claim your kingdom back, your inheritance back. So the divine is saying that it is not time for you to keep on playing small, okay? But it is time for you to step up and to see where you are wasting your energy, where you're wasting your time, and start asking yourself why, okay? So there's a sense of balance that is here, where the divine is saying that after you have done the things that you need to do, again, it is time for you to come back home. It is time for you to process the journey that you went on. And now you're working again with the Temperance card, but this time you're realizing that the power is always within you, okay? Yes, you have your guides. Yes, you have your support team, but the power is always within you. It is always up to you how you mutate the darkness, how you process everything, how you change trauma, anything that has hurt you into the past, how you feel it, how you let it go, and how you put love on that. Because you're realizing that at the end of the day, when you can't forgive yourself, when you can't forgive other people, not in a way that condones what they did, but in a way of you letting go, because you deserve peace. You finally realize that I deserve peace, and I cannot keep on holding on to this pain, to this trauma. And you put that baggage down and you walk away. And as you do, you start feeling that not only are you strong, but now again, you have balance. You are sensitive when it is time for you to be sensitive. You're strong when it is time for you to be strong. And when it's all said and done, your heart is light as a feather, okay? So this is the messages that the divine wanted to give you. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and let me know how you're feeling after watching this reading, okay? I'm going to see you very soon, and it is a goodbye from me.